Final speaker, 7 minutes, and then we're going to have the panel. Round of applause, back to Disney. Well done.
Thank you very much, mate. Evening, guys. Thank you, James, for inviting me to be here. I've loved watching James's journey from LinkedIn to building the beast that is sales confidence. So it's exciting to be here. And just to sort of emphasize this point that James made about the phone and social going so well together, I'm dragged into debates pretty much on a weekly basis from traditional salespeople saying that it's, traditional over social, and there are social experts out there that try to say social's better. It's both. You need to use them both. As James said, the phone is just as important. And one of the best ways I like to illustrate this, you guys know those sort of finger mazes you get, those square mazes, you get 3 or 4 doors in the maze, one leads to the middle, all the rest lead to dead ends. Well, that's what I kind of refer to as the modern day prospecting maze. Each and every one of your prospects, even you as individual consumers, we sit within those little mazes, and we each have different preferences. So some people, the only way you are ever going to sell to them is by picking up that phone and giving them a call, because that's their preferred method. Other people, they prefer to reply to emails. Others prefer to reply on LinkedIn. And that's just the state of sales and communication and prospecting in 2020 and beyond. So social is a very important part, but it's important to not neglect the other platforms. There will be some people that you're only ever going to sell to if you pick up that phone and give them a call. But what we want to focus on is the people that you're only ever going to connect to and talk to if you engage with them on LinkedIn. And LinkedIn has become such a big part, not just of the sales space, but of us in general. So when it does go down, we do all panic because we're so used to using it every single day. So I've got 7 tips I'm going to pack in. I'll throw in more if I can fit more into the 6 minutes that's probably left. The first 3 I'm going to bundle in together in something I call social selling in 15 minutes a day. Now, most of you here, I'm pretty confident, could find 15 minutes a day to do a bit more on social media, on LinkedIn. And I know you're all busy, hence why I've tried to put it down to as minimal time as possible. So 15 minutes, 3 activities, 5 minutes each. So 3 tips, we'll call those as 3 tips. Number 1 is grow your network. Every day, 5 minutes, add some new connections. Prospects, customers, colleagues, peers, industry experts. Every day, 10 to 20 new connections. Do you think if you added 10 new connections every day for a week, that's 50, every month, that's 200. By the year, you're over 2,000 new connections. You are growing your audience. And I love the phrase, your network is your net worth. Fill that pond with potential opportunities. And remember one key thing. One connection isn't one connection. If I connect to James, I'm not just connecting to James. I'm connecting to his whole audience. So while James may never be a customer for me, chances are there's people in his audience that are. So have an open mind to who you connect with. 5 minutes a day, add new connections, and you will grow your network. Number 2, engage in content. 5 minutes a day, comment on 2, 3, 4 posts that are industry relevant. So every day your name is appearing in the industry. People start to get to know you. They get used to seeing your name. And they see you sharing your knowledge, your passion, your expertise in the industry. So every day you're growing your audience. Every day you're starting to engage and get your name out there. Then the last 5 minutes, and probably the most important, is spend 5 minutes a day creating content. But nothing complicated. You don't have to spend hours writing a blog. It takes 5 minutes to it'll take you 2 minutes right now, this evening. Take a photo. Take a photo with someone that you're talking to. Take a photo with James and share it. Share it with some thoughts. It'll take you 2 to 3 minutes to do. But share a piece of content every day and they're going to see you. They're going to get to know you and your journey. And as a salesperson, that's powerful. You think for a lot of our first engagements with customers, we spend so long. Hi, I'm Dan. I work for this company. I do X, Y, and Z. If you can start to engage and share content on a regular basis, those first conversations are going to change where they'll say, oh, hi, Dan, I love that post you shared last week. And you're building credibility and trust much earlier on. So there's 3 tips. 5 minutes, 3 core activities. If you can do that, I've seen people come from nowhere on LinkedIn and build world-leading in personal brands on LinkedIn just from doing those few things. Basic stuff. Okay, number 2 is, or number 4, technically, I guess, when it comes to creating content, make them engaging to read. So 2 kind of tips wrapped in this. Look at your headlines, the sort of titles, the first 2 lines that you have when you share a post. That's the first thing they're going to see. That's the bait. They have to open it up to read your post. So make those first 2 lines really engaging, really exciting, really thought-provoking. All of the stories we've heard tonight, those have been amazing stories. They would make amazing LinkedIn posts. It wouldn't take you more than 5 minutes to write those in a nice LinkedIn format, open it up with a nice bold statement, and have clear spaces between each of them. It's not some sort of bad hack. It's just the reality that on social media, we're scrolling. We're scrolling down. Those spaces in between the sentences just make it easier to read, so it drives engagement. Strong opening headline, gaps in between, spread out the story, and you've got a winning post there that's going to get great engagement, and it's going to allow you to connect with your audience. Another tip, when you're looking for prospects, you're going to use various search methods on LinkedIn. You're going to find someone. I'm going to find James's profile. I'm going to view his profile. I'm going to say, yep, James is a potential prospect. I'm going to reach out to him. What most people do is they go right back to their search and they carry on. LinkedIn has a nice little bit in the corner where they say people also viewed. And LinkedIn's going to show you similar people. More often than not, they're similar prospects because they're people in similar companies, in similar positions. So it's a great way to find potential prospects. But as an extra tip, don't let that stab you in the back, because you will each probably have that feature on your profile. So when your prospects and customers view your profile, what's LinkedIn going to do? It's going to show them similar people in similar companies, more likely going to be your competitors. So don't let LinkedIn start directing your prospects and customers to your competition. You can switch it off. If you go into your settings, go into privacy, it's the fourth one down, switch it off so that when people view your profile, they're only seeing you and not potentially some of your competition. With regards to the algorithm on LinkedIn, no one knows it. As much as some people like to claim they know the algorithm, very few people, if any, actually know what it is. Best way you can look at it is look at what's performing best. Right now, the top performing form of content on LinkedIn based on engagement is long form posts. Nice little stories, like the stories we've had today. You've got a 1,300 character limit, as I've mentioned, opening good lines, gaps in between. If you can share 2 or 3 of those a week, you're on for a winner. Share 2 or 3 of those, maybe one photo, a video if you're brave enough, or a quote. But doing that, just a post like that every single day, you'd be surprised at how quickly you can gain traction. And you'll get inbound leads. Last tip, as a salesperson, I am a sales hunter. I'm a hungry salesperson. So I'm not using social to put content out, sit back and wait for the leads to come to me. That's not what salespeople do. We go out and hunt. So when you share content, when you put these posts out, look at who's clicking like and look at who's commenting. There's a high chance some of them could be prospects. Use it to talk to them. Hi James, thank you so much for clicking like on my blog. What did you think? Talk to them. It's not about pitching, it's not about selling, it's about opening conversations and using social as an opportunity to do so. Hopefully that's been beneficial. I'll be here after if you have any questions, and hopefully I'll see more of you on LinkedIn soon. Thank you.